Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the best series on the Keep It Reet channel, the Barra Wagon build. This is going to be the last video before we take this thing to the dyno. So in the last one we got it started, which was sick. If you haven't seen that, you can go check it out and then come back to this one. But we got a whole lot of lines to do, so Corey will be all over that. The other day we got some Z33 calipers, some braided lines coming off the calipers, and then I still have to do all the other lines, tear everything. I got power steering lines to do. We got the reservoir, power steering cooler, power steering pump, and power steering rack. Air lines off the intake manifold to do. The hydraulic handbrake, front and rear. Fangs, we're doing front and rears. It's a weird handbrake thing. Got the Acosta hammer tops in the other day as well, so they're looking pretty sick. So they're set further back for more caster, and they're about halfway in their camber range at the moment. We've got a whole lot of setting up to do with that, but cane lock, suspension setup's looking gangster. Also in this one I'm going to be doing the titanium exhaust. We already got the titanium 4-inch dump pipe on there. Just got to make a 3-inch straight through pipe and then a 5-inch diff back with a little pie cut turn down section. So shout out to Pulse Titanium for supplying us with some gangster titanium. Yeah, stuff welds amazingly, and I'm keen to smash out this exhaust, start her up and see what she sounds like. Over here I got a bucket load of stuff to do brake lines. So I got hard line fittings, body clamps and clips, some T-pieces. Then I got braided line, Teflon line with like a coating on it. It looks kang. It's got like a silicone coating around it. That's gangster. Some fittings, bulkheads for running the handbrake lines through the body of the car, and a bucket load of fittings. Yes, come in with me. So if you see here, we got this Acosta prototype of the handbrake. So as you pull back, it'll do the rears, and as you push down, it's going to do the fronts. So the fronts are going to be run in line because we've only got one set of calipers in the front, and then the rears have their own reservoir because we've got the dual calipers in the rear. Hey, without further ado, I'll get stuck into it. Alrighty, all the brake and handbrake lines are complete. There was a lot in it. While the car's in the air, I'll give you guys a quick look and then we'll drop it down and have a look inside. But fronts, we've got the braided brake lines going through. More braided brake lines with a T-piece. Check out the neat little zoo clips, not bad. We have the rear brake line running down, T-piece, hard lines, T-piece, bulkhead fittings coming from the handbrake and out, so that's got the inline front brakes and the rear hydro. And then around we got our braided lines into more hard line. Same on the other side. Hard line sucked to do that line. That steel line was so hard to bend. So hats off to you guys that use hard lines and do it nicely and neatly. There's some more brake lines running around the K-frame. Bucket load of lines. And here we have the hydro lines there, running into the bulkheads there. Pretty good. Yeah. Alright guys, moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to finish the exhaust on this thing. So if we come under here, you can see we've got our dump pipe. Some pretty colours that we played around with, but yeah, basically reduces from 4-inch to 3-inch here, and then 3-inch down alongside the drive shaft, kick it out under the diff. Probably another V-band here, 3-inch, and then we're going to go 3 to 5-inch like here and do a 5-inch rear section with 5-inch turn down tip there. which should look pretty epic. Reason for doing the 3-inch after the 4-inch dump is basically to get a mega raspy noise out of this thing. So being titanium and 3-inch, we should get mega rasp. Huge shout out to Pulse Titanium once again. Super easy to weld, like can't really tell the difference between this and bloody welding stainless. So if you can weld stainless really well, you'll definitely weld this titanium really well. I think he gets it from Russia, but yeah, it's killer stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, start making the exhaust. Under here's starting to get tidied up, and so I got the fuel lines I never showed you guys. Brake lines tidied up. Yeah, fuel lines look pretty sick. I need to gonna build a cover for this section here, the underside of the intake manifold. Yeah, this thing's looking super tidy. Alright, got most of the exhaust tacked up. About to pull it down and heat it and weld it, but yeah, it's pretty basic. Little pie cut in there. Tried to keep the exhaust as straight as possible, and then I started making the rear section. Yeah, it looks alright. And then this 5-inch pipe is gonna go up there. Like, yeah, I'm gonna pull this down, and we're gonna do some heat treating on the titanium, similar to what we've done there, and weld it up. And then I'll probably chuck that little rear section I got there on, and might give her a cheeky little start up and have a listen. And possibly bleed a little bit of coolant and power steering fluid and check that out. Hey, yeah, something like that. Let's do it. I just finished welding or heat treating and welding the titanium exhaust, even though we're still waiting on the rear section, but looks bloody killer. Love it. Looks sick. Couple close-ups, some boogers. More boogers. The camera doesn't really pick up the welds that well. That's lucky. And I tacked up the rear section piece a little bit better because we'll have that bolted on. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, bolt this on. We will start it, just not right this minute, so hold your horses. Because it's a fresh engine, we don't want to run it too long before we break it in. I'm gonna do some more finishing of things so I can test things in the one start. So I'm gonna get the dash in, switch panel mounted, the IC7 screen in, set that up, get coolant in it, power steering fluid in it. We'll bleed all that up at the same time. But yeah, pretty keen to kick her in the guts and have a listen. It's gonna be mega raspy. I'm sure when we do the 5-inch rear section, it's gonna change the note of it quite a bit, or echo it, and just be ridiculous. But yeah, we'll keep cracking on. Don't skip through the video. Stay tuned, and we will start it very shortly. Got it bolted on. Oof! Damn, son. That's hot. Just leave it like that. Dumped it to dick. Look at that. Oof. Breaks up the boring black under here. Alright, here we have Spiky Dash. Just got back from getting suede wrapped. Oh, looks mental. The door cards have had the same treatment. So sick. I don't know. Yeah, this thing looks crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in. Oof. All right, I got the dash roughly bolted in. I'm just gonna start putting in these bits like I've done that little bit. Yeah, it looks pretty bloody gangster though. Oof. That's real nice. Alright, got most of the dash in. And I just made a mount for the switch panel. True.
That's spicy.
Jace is labeling the buttons. So yeah, you just select whatever you want and then you just change in the ECU.
On, true.
Lovely.
Warp speed, true.
True.
What saying? The funny ones.
True.
This is a professional build, so professional stickers only.
Got the switch panel all labelled. Looking cane.
Everything's looking can.
Got the Broadway through.
Yeah, you have to. That completes the build.
IC7 just sitting there. Oof.
Mitch gonna make us a better bracket that fits nice.
Yeah, Mitch's bracket just didn't fit, so he's just gonna get another one done for us. I think Jace's saying he's gonna get this and the battery mount powder coated in this same silver.
Yeah, and probably paint that like a satin black. It looks a bit.
The dash around.
It's not bad. Just needs to be a bit dark colour. You know what I'm saying?
It's not horrible.
It's not horrible. We could go like that colour.
True.
Get some matchy boy paint.
True, that'd be king. Yeah, that'd be king.
I'm sure we're gonna get Mitch's thing powder coated same colour too.
That would be sick.
Kang themes.
Yes.
3 or 4 colours. Chromes, gunmetal, nada, and lilac perps. Reet perp. Don't forget it. If we go through our Kang buttons.
Yeah. What do you got?
We got our start stop. That starts and stops it. Got our mushroom boy. That's rotational idle, so it's just hot boy wank factor thing. So I figured it makes sense, nice. Just in case I accidentally press it when I start, it's not anything too major within here. Boost mode, so you'll press that multiple times with 1, 2, 3, I think it is. The front demister, we've got a demistable windscreen. Wipers, launch control for when we set it up, anti-lag for if we ever set it up, NOS purge, and NOS arm if we ever throw it in there. Just send it is if a warning comes up on the dash and says your oil pressure's low or something, and you just press that button. Override, don't care. Send it. Hazards is hazards, left and right for street driving, club registration, and then high beam, low beam, science, triangles.
You know what it's time for though?
Don't want to. Threading starting at the end. We've got Jesse's actual exhaust on it. To see what she sounds like, reducing down to a 3 engine, having half a system on that.
Jace is shaking.
Dr. Draft's like, oh, try not run it too much because you'll ruin the rangs. Because it's all fresh rangs. But yeah, I mean, we need to bleed it up and get it ready anyway. So, but yeah, this will be the last time we run it, and then it'll be sending
until
maybe next week
trailer.
on dyno. Yes. So that's Kang. Are we gonna do it or what?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'll bring up our page to view. Righto, mate. Make sure she's neutral, of course.
I'm nervous.
Keep her in the bloody gas.
Every other Barra.
Every other Barra.
Throttle settings are not happy, but
It's so solid and instant.
man, very robotic. Give us a brat for the vlog.
Sounds wicked. Love it.
No dice. Oh no.
Something sitting in there.
Is that when you go to put the clutch down?
Something in the forks.
Alright, so we had a run-in with the exhaust. Sounds pretty gangster. Definitely need to get that 5-inch rear section done though to get the decaying noises. But we had an issue, we couldn't use the clutch and get it into gear. So it turns out on the internal slave, I've just pulled the box off, pulled this out. With the clutch all bled up and the engine running, when you go to push the clutch in, these lines move with the slave cylinder and it ends up getting so close that the clutch cover bolts were hitting on these lines. I've bent this one back, you can see it's been hitting there. Bent it back to see if we could get clearance. But yeah, basically I'm gonna go to Better Brakes and try get some fittings that go straight 90 degrees back and hopefully try clear the clutch cover. Alright, I got the clutch line issue sorted. So here on the internal slave, you can see I've gone to banjos now and I made up some new lines to run out. One for the bleeder and one for our clutch line coming in. Made them a little bit longer, don't care, but here's something like that. Go ahead, slap it back on, bleed it back up, and give it another test. Put everything back together. Alright, so got everything back in the car. And Jason's breaking it already. Got it back in, the clutch is bled. I think we're sweet, so just gonna kick it in the guts and see if we can get some gears this time. Spin some wheels, hopefully.
Is it ready? Or?
Yeah, alright, firing me up. Boom! That's not in gear, is it? He's turning the wheels. Well, we had wheel turn. All the coolant that's splashed on the belt. Just don't start it for a sec.
Nailed it. How good's that? Good work, Jassy.
Take two.
Alright, so next up, what are we doing? Tune that ass?
Yeah, buddy. Wrap this one up here.
Wrap her up.
And next time you see us, we'll be down at Dr. Draft's.
Yes,
spinning her up.
Few little things to clean up, but we'll be sending it 100% next video. Get those guesses in on what power this bad boy is gonna make. And the Dr. Draft specialist is gonna work his magic.
Parts too.
True. Or we can do dummy screamer parts to do a dummy tailpipe or whatever. Sort of already done that. And then yeah, fill the neck is not too much.
No.
But we'll get it done. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Jesse killing the wagon build. Saxy titanium Barra. Oof.
Sounds mean.
Like that ass
It
trick.
needs the rear section, needs a bit more amplifying, but sounds king.
If this didn't float your boat, jump on the VL build.
Don't watch the video. Make sure you like this one. Yes. Drop a comment. Share it.
Share it, true. That's a good one.
Yes.
All right. Next time, boys.
Yee.